the Year of Shadow, aka the single greatest thing to happen to the Sonic franchise in a hot minute. And with the end of the year and the final project of said year, let's take a look back at the best part of one of the worst Sonic games of all time.
Disgusting black creatures, get out of my sight.
Oh, no, not that one.
I'm gonna show you just how weak you are.
No, the other one.
Worthless. Don't show your pathetic face around me ever again.
No, the other... You know what? Never mind. Let's talk about Sonic 06. This game is legendary for many things, with none of them being for the right reasons. But the one aspect that deserves some praise is its story writing. Come on, man, I'm trying my best here. This game's story is ambitious, to say the least. While it too has a lot of issues, Shadow's story at its core is a great exploration of his character. So join me as I play Devil's Advocate for Sonic 06. The story starts with our hero invading the villain's Arctic base to retrieve the main MacGuffin of the story.
Wait a minute!
The story starts with our hero invading the villain's Arctic base to retrieve the main MacGuffin of the story. Dang, Disney copying a Sonic game? Who would have thought this wouldn't even be your low point creativity-wise? Anyway, Halo's ice fields house reject Bionicles, the coordinates to Tilted Towers, and the almighty
Edgy Stick.
Also, Rouge is here. When they arrive, the president of Tilted Towers welcomes them with open arms.
Isn't my city beautiful? Too bad I'll have to paint it with your blood.
But Doctor, you don't have time for this. Your knee surgery is tomorrow.
No way!
Rouge gets wrecked, the stick gets wrecked, and out pops the most creative DeviantArt OC. He uses Hollow Purple and sends the two to Hell on Earth. Detroit, Michigan. It's here where they run into the Golden Boys. So let me get this straight. Shadow and Rouge got sent to the future by the OC, Team Sonic got sent to the future by Eggman, and they run into each other because, as we all know, the future is a singular defined point in time. They find Omega, looking as lively as the most passionate of McDonald's employees, and jump into a volcano to get a Chaos Emerald.
I found a Chaos Emerald.
Don't touch it!
Atlas and Peabody use the emeralds to play Portal 2 co-op, but Shadow sees his stolen OC and runs after him to copyright claim.
I walked to Burger King, then...
Rouge, now in the present, gives Omega a Chaos Emerald so that he can go and give it to Shadow in the future. Where is he going? OC the OGs show Shadow what happened. Apparently, Shadow became humanity's scapegoat for the future being destroyed, because even though he had literally nothing to do with it, he was powerful, so he had to be locked up. That's like imprisoning the Queen of England because Truman decided to nuke Japan. Make it make sense! OC wants to work with Shadow because of this, but Shadow politely declines, causing the OC to tweak out and become his Twitter persona, Mephiles. The two fight for a bit until Omega pulls up. My boy, who gave you the right to pose like this? I already know this dude about to put this on the gram. My guy, you're a bot! I'ma report you! Also, you are acting way too tough for someone who just missed! The dynamic duo cyberbullies Mephiles so hard that he decides to log off for the day. Back in the present, Shadow goes to beat the shit out of Eggman, while Rouge asks Gun for all their data on the
Edgy Stick.
all the data she should already have because you were literally sent by them to retrieve it. Shadow busts into Eggman's crypto dungeon where Eggman, the least trustworthy person on the planet, gives Shadow the literal worst deal imaginable, and Shadow just agrees?
Shadow, buy 23 of my NFTs, and I will consider hooking you up with a Latina baddie.
Venmo or PayPal.
Cash!
Damn you.
It's here where we run into Sonic again, who is hightailing it out of the country with his girl. Bro booking it like he diddy. That is until professional cunt blocker Silver the Hedgehog steps in to stop Elise from racking up bestiality allegations. Shadow, being way cooler than Sonic, squares up with Pot Leafhead. After a long, hard-fought battle, these two are straight gassed. I know Silver was begging for a timeout. Silver then throws the first physical attack of his entire life, which goes about as well as you'd expect.
Chaos Control!
This my shit. All the girls stomp your feet like.
After getting brutally humbled, Silver becomes the second person in this series to master Chaos Control after seeing it only once. Okay, there's no way this technique is actually hard. Watch, I'll do it right now.
Chaos Control!
Uh-oh. Anyway, Shadow realizes that Silver has been masterfully gaslit, so the two hop on in the portal to discover the truth about Mephiles. Shadow and Silver go back in time to when the cutscene budget was higher, where they learn the horrifying truth.
God damn it! Why are the sales down?
We don't know, sir. We've manufactured the electrolyte levels to perfection, adding more B vitamins as we speak.
It's too late, sir. The largely cells are plummeting as well.
Damn it, why? Don't these idiots like the cheese drippy?
Logan Ball, can I have a sip of that prime?
Oh, absolutely, my friend. Come over here.
Sir, no! Prime is not suitable for children!
Where's my crown? That's why.
Did you hear that? That sounded like KSI.
Great! I've been craving some Fiesta Nachos.
Seeing the less than ideal circumstances, Shadow and Silver run after their respective ops. But first the Duke, who survived the point-blank explosion by the way, gifts Shadow the fabled
Edgy stick.
Shadow uses it to unlock the power of Christ and damns Mephiles' soul, which he takes a little personally. Having taken care of their ops, Shadow leaves the
Edgy
behind because he, and I quote, already knows what becomes of it in the future. Yeah, it breaks! It releases Mephiles! Why leave it here? This game's version of time travel seems to be based off of a singular timeline, meaning that changing the past will also change the future instead of creating a new branch timeline. Knowing this, why would Shadow not take the scepter? That would fix pretty much all of their problems. With the scepter not existing for the past 10 years, and only returning with Shadow, it never accidentally breaks, meaning Mephiles wouldn't be unleashed, meaning Silver never goes back in time, meaning none of this would ever happen. And don't tell me.
Well, he wouldn't want to change the past knowing it might change the future in unexpected ways.
Because for all he knows, he and Silver just did that.
You idiot. You're honestly an idiot. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Anyhow, Shadow returns to the present, where Rouge has gained the power of omniscience, cause she somehow knows Shadow went back in time 10 years. Shadow then reveals his brilliant plan to stop Mephiles in the present. Build a new Scepter of Darkness so that they can seal him inside.
What?
Dude, you literally just had the scepter! What the hell do you mean, build a new one? We cut to Omega, who is piecing the crap out of Mephiles. My man's KDA is gonna be insane after this. And Mephiles just starts laughing. Nah, that's some demonic behavior. If you're beating your opponent into the ground and they laugh in your face, that is some unmatched aura. You can have the win. I'm packing it up. Mephiles, as the greatest gaslighter in the league, lets it slip that Omega is in fact the one who put Shadow in horny jail.
Remember when we found Shadow in the future, and how horrified you were seeing the fate of your friend? It was you, Omega. You betrayed your friend for the sake of those filthy humans.
Quit your yapping.
Now, I've been very vocal about my grievances with this story.
Flashback.
Why would Shadow not take the scepter?
End of flashback.
But from now until the end is when the game's story is actually really great. That does not mean that I won't make fun of it, though. Nothing escapes my wrath. I am inevitable. While Shadow is discovering the reason he has trust issues, Rouge states nuh-uh, claiming that she actually is a real one.
Oh, you right.
They suspect Mephiles went to Arrakis, because in order for him to complete his plan, he needs to get his spice up. The now assembled Team Dark heads into the depths to collect the Chaos Emerald and get Mephiles perma-banned. He tells Shadow that they are too late, and tries to gaslight him one more time. But Shadow is a wiser warrior than this dork could ever be. After a tense, dramatic,
Wonderfully designed
battle, Shadow tries his classic strategy once more, summoning the power of Christ to banish Mephiles. Unfortunately, during those past 10 years, Mephiles became an atheist.
Didn't you watch Dragon Ball, Shadow? The evil containment wave has literally never worked.
Dragon Ball? You mean the guys from Fortnite? Mephiles has the powers of a god of time, 2 Chaos Emeralds, and a massive army of clones. For some reason, his clones are out of breath, straight-winded. They out here looking like Poe reaching stair number 7. But this toxic Redditor made a fatal error in his judgment. He may have an army of Shadow clones, but at the end of the day, they are merely clones of Shadow.
If the world chooses to become my enemy, I will fight like I always have.
Shadow's story in Sonic 06 is far from perfect. Important plot points are poorly explained, character decisions don't make much sense. The game looks the way that it does, but at its core lies a very solid thematic throughline. Mephiles wants to take control of everyone's fate, manipulating the key characters of the story to carry out his will. But in his way stands Shadow, who despite all evidence pointing towards a cruel fate, decides to take destiny into his own hands, like he always has. But I suppose it wouldn't be a true Sonic game if it wasn't a great idea poorly executed.
Objection!
Yeah, boy.